world.
I'm doing it.
It's too low. I can't go with that. I need to bend down all the time. There we are, that works. Now then, crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. I've got Tool Girl Jade, in brackets, possible, close bracket, here in the workshop doing her first sort of tryout kind of video, see how she gets on. Ali, Tool Girl Ali, yesterday we did a CV joint strip and got very oily. She enjoyed that and put it all back together again. And on this video, I've set a little challenge. And don't forget, Tool Girl Jade is a chemistry and physics expert.
I won't say expert.
You told me expert. What's going on? You can't backpedal now, you know. Okay, well, possibly. We'll find out, won't we?
Too much.
We'll find out. No, she's not ready. Okay. So, how to diagnose a problem with a 4-pin relay. Pretty standard relay, 4 pins down there, look. And now this one has got a circuit diagram on it, but a lot of them don't, especially the factory relays. They don't give you anything. They don't give you any clues as to work out what pin does what, and which pair of pins are part of the trigger circuit, and which pair of pins are part of the actuator or the load circuit, we would call that. Basically, if it was a set of spotlights on your car, the trigger circuit is the low current flow circuit, so you have a little switch on the dash or whatever it is. That's what would energize that circuit, which is a little winding inside. And then you've got the switched circuit, the load circuit, which will be the main power feed to the actual spotlights. And if you've got a couple of 55 watt halogen bulbs in there, it's a fair few amps. You can work it out. Watch the Watt's Law video. It'll be it's a fair few amps, and obviously, you know, you don't want to be running heavy cable all over your car. And this is very much the reason why. Yeah, Jake, you can hold to that if you like. This is the very wow. Those are good nails. Show the people your nails. Holy moly! God, they're even worse than Hannah's. Brings back memories. Okay.
You're good for scratching.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's how I got this injury. Jeez. Okay. So, a lot of modern cars now rely on a huge number of relays. And of course, the more components, as NASA will tell you, the more components that you instigate into a design of anything, be it a car, motorcycle, rocket, or whatever, the more components, the higher the chance of failure. Yeah? One component, it's pretty much not going to go wrong. 1,000 components, it's a pretty good chance, especially if it's a Mercedes or a BMW. Some of those components never actually worked from when it came out of the factory.
BMWs.
Yeah, indicators. We've been there already, haven't we, on the last video? Man, I've got that in my head today. Sorry, BMW owners. But you can sell it, and you can go and buy a proper car, if you like. Okay. Damn, I'm going to get so much bad feedback from this. Okay, so I think the first thing to do to understand how a relay works is to draw a quick diagram, a relay, a wiring diagram. And then, because we don't have, we're going to pretend that we don't have that diagram on the side there, look. Okay, so you popped a relay out of your car, it's got 4 pins, and basically you don't know what the pins are. So we'll do the diagram, and then using a very simple multimeter, I know this is an amp clamp, but it's got a multimeter function to it. We're going to use the continuity test feature on there to work out which pins do what. And then, if Tool Girl Jade's a really good girl, I'll let her wire this up and we'll do a little demonstration circuit. Yeah, fancy doing that?
Yeah.
Bit of wiring and make bulbs go and things.
Sounds good.
Sounds perfect. Right, you grab hold of that again. And I think the first thing to do is down to the expensive piece of cardboard, pen ready. Are you ready? Looks to me like you really are ready. Okay.
I am now.
Okay, so inside the relay, Jade, we've got basically, there's 4 pins on the outside, so we'll draw the trigger circuit first. That's the circuit, the low current flow circuit that comes from maybe the switch on the dash. So it comes in here and it energizes a coil of wire inside the relay. So now we've got 2 pins. We've got one here and one here. And then the other part of the relay, for the other two pins, is just a switch, basically. So you've got another pin coming in here. And to draw a switch, we do that.
Yep.
Remember all this from
Yep.
when you did physics? Okay.
A few years ago.
Yeah, well, it was longer ago for me, believe me. Okay, and then what we do as regards a circuit diagram is all the components inside the little plastic box, so to speak, we just put a little dotted line around there. That's how you'd see it represented. Usually, anyway, on a circuit diagram. It may have changed in the last few years, but that's how I've been brought up to do it. Okay, so the first thing to do, and we're not, like I said, in fact, let's just, yeah, look, so we can't cheat. We'll get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. We've got no diagram. Okay, so the first thing we can do is we can get our little continuity tester, or multimeter, put it on continuity, which is that one there. Look, so we just test it works. Just bring the leads together. Oh, that's great. Okay, so we've got the little speaker thing working. Brilliant. So just going by the diagram, if we get those two leads, if you put one, I know it's not going to beep, but if you put the leads there, that's what we're going to be testing. So if you come in, because the viewers probably can't see that bit, so if you come in from the side there, we're going to be testing this, or basically trying to find this coil of wire. So 2 of these 4 pins should have continuity. All right. Okay, so if I hold the relay and you try, I don't know, try those 2 first, see if they're going to work. No. Okay.
Nope.
All right. So take this one off and put it on that pin. See if that's going to work. Nope. And try it on this pin. Any bit. That's it. Try that one. Any good? Still no continuity. Okay. So try bringing that one round to here.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. It's trying, isn't it?
I can hear it.
It's only just got continuity. What's going on there? All right. Right. So possibly, going by my meter, I'm going to get a different meter. Hang on a minute. That's not right. We'll get my modified meter. The one that just works. I'm expecting a real good beep. Let's just try the other meter and just verify, because it may be that the battery's getting a bit flat in that one. I remember at Unisec I spent swapped so many meters out. Okay, so try again. I think it's these 2 here we're doing, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Needs to be on the right setting. Hang on. So, there we are. No. Okay. So we have got a resistance.
Yeah.
And that's the only 2 that we've got a resistance on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I reckon that those 2 pins there are for our trigger circuit. And these 2 pins are our switched circuit. Right. Okay, I'm going to grab my marker pen. So if you just pull it up in that top right-hand drawer there, Jay, for us, you'll see like a paint marker pen. A yellow one would be good.
Oh,
There we go. Hopefully it'll work. Right. Oh, it's all oily as well. Must have been using it for my machining the other week. Right, so I'm just going to colour those 2 pins there, look. Just so that people can see them clearly. So those 2, that one and that one, we believe to be the trigger circuit. Now they have got numbers on here, and one is, geez, my eyesight's crap now. Can you read that one? What does that say?
85.
85? I'll go with that. From memory, I know that 85 is definitely one of the trigger circuit ones.
Sweet.
So if you write 85 down there on that one, right, and has that one got a number? It should have. What's that say? Oh, it was the way up. Yeah. What's that say?
Looks like 85 again.
No, that's 85. That one. What's this one here? Should be 86. If it's
Oh, yes, it is 86.
86. Okay, so pop 86 up there. Nice big letters, numbers. 86. Perfect. Okay, so we reckon that the trigger circuit is going to be, what's that one there? Look.
30.
30. Right, so you can stick 30 up there. And lastly, down there, look.
87.
87. Brilliant. And those are actually standard reference numbers for a 4-pin relay. 30 is your battery positive, your main power in. That's the load carrying circuit power in. So obviously there should be a fuse somewhere upstream of that. And then from 87, you'd then go off to, usually to your consumer, being in this case a couple of spotlights. 85 and 86 are the 2 numbers for the trigger circuit. You following me? I reckon.
I think I am.
I think you are. Yeah, I think you are. And most relays, if you spot those numbers, even if you haven't got, like some idiot like me has marked over the actual wiring diagram, if you have got a relay that hasn't got a wiring diagram, and usually a manufacturer's one won't have that, it may still have some of these numbers on the underside. So you can use those numbers to help to identify which pin is which, as well as, of course, using a multimeter. Okay, so the next job is we need to run a current through the trigger circuit and then check for continuity on these two pins to see if that switch is closing. Yeah? See if it's going to work, because it might be closing, but it may not have continuity because the points, the little contacts may have got burnt inside, or it might be seized because these things are a mechanical type relay, so they do wear out, Okay, so we're going to mount that in the vise. I'll get the power supply fired up, and then we're going to measure continuity across those two pins. Those two pins just there, the non-yellow ones, the silvery ones. There we go. Right, you hold that, Jade, and I'll get the power supply out.
Sweet.
This is getting fun, isn't it?
Ooh.
Okay, now this is your first time in the workshop, other than when you got your shirt.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Open All Hours in England, the series?
I haven't.
No, well, okay, so it's a little like country, it's a town shop, like a dairy, and he has a till, and it's very dangerous, and every time he tries to open the till, it doesn't play ball. Well, this vise is exactly like that. It's a real pain, and I keep meaning so you can open the vise and nothing happens, look. So you've got to give it a whack. Right, so I'll pop the relay in there.
Wind it back up.
There we go. Doesn't need to be too tight. Okay, and Mr. Power Supply, we've got all set up. We want 12 volts, because it's a 12 volt relay, across these two pins. So, yeah, you're the tool girl, so there you go. So you've got your outputs here. So if you want to pop it on your outputs, there, look. So one on there, one on there. It doesn't matter which way around in the trigger circuit, it makes no difference. And then you want the other ends of the lead actually on the back here, look. Now they might just go down the hole. Try it down the hole first. Just one click there, yeah, that'll work.
Sweet.
And then the black one. Good job.
Yay.
Okay, right, we'll make sure the voltage is all the way back. Turn the power on. And then, if you want to just twizzle that voltage up until you see about 12 volts on the gauge here, look. Oh, we heard the relay click. That sounds good. Okay, that'll do. Perfect. Somewhere around that 12 volts. Again, it's not critical. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just for safety's sake, and so we don't get to make too many sparks, I'm just going to move your crocodile clips, and we can hear it click now, can't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to put them in, coming in from the side. It just gives us a bit more room to work.
Okay.
There we go, it's just a little trick, because I'm very good at making sparks. Right, grab your multimeter again. I'm going to stick that down here, and hopefully we should get continuity between these two pins. Alright, so give it a little check. That's it, there you go. Perfect.
Yay.
So now if I disconnect the power, the feed, it should turn off.
Yeah.
It's working, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, you can take it off now. Jeez, it's hurting my ears. Okay, so basically we've used the multimeter to check to find the trigger circuit. We identified the two pins that were trigger. Now sure, the multimeter didn't beep, and that's because that coil of wire inside has a resistance. And the meter will only beep if the resistance is low enough. And it was just above the threshold of it beeping. You hear it sort of cracking a little bit, but it wasn't enough to create that sound. But when we tested the load side of the relay, we got a nice crisp, loud beep. And that's because it's just a switch. It shouldn't really have any resistance or extremely low. If it does have a higher resistance and your multimeter is going beep, 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 and you could even test the actual resistance by putting it on the resistance setting rather than continuity. If it has got a higher resistance, then it could be that the contacts inside that relay are burnt. Because don't forget, that switch is, every time it makes contact and it closes to turn the lights on, there's going to be a little spark. And that spark burns away the contacts. And that's why we use a relay, so we can take it out, throw it away, put a new one in. It's a consumable item, and they do fail. Just Jeez, I'm feeling like some cider later on. Getting a bit of a
sounds
dry
great.
throat. It's not cider Saturday, it's cider Sunday this week, which is fine. I can cope with that. But before we do that, because I know you want to see some more of Tool Girl Jade, and so do I, let's do a little basic circuit. Let's find some lights, and we'll make that relay fire up a couple of lights, and yeah, should be pretty easy. So I reckon with your extensive knowledge on circuitry for automotives, you could put that circuit together now, knowing the knowledge that you've got. Yeah. Let's find out, because I did give Tool Girl Ali a challenge yesterday to reassemble, well, actually disassemble, and then reassemble a CV joint on a car's half shaft, and she did a fantastic job. She managed to reassemble that CV joint. You know, put the collar and the inner race together, put them in the chalice, put all the balls in. She did it in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Wow.
Man, I was impressed. If there's a way to a mechanic's heart, that's one of the ways. I was very impressed. I was quite shocked, actually. Moved, I was. Okay, so we're going to need some more of these little fly leads, and we need to clear the bench a little bit, and you get to put a circuit together. So I need to find some
Sweet.
bulbs. And, well, the meter's giving up. Right, okay, we'll turn that off. Okay, back to the bench. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Here we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so where are you going to start? We need a relay out of the device, don't we?
Yeah.
Every time.
Your time is really
You get used to it. And I have no feeling in this part of my hand because I got a bit of glass stuck in it years ago. So. Okay, so you're going to need to. What are you going to wire? I'll hold the relay for you. What are you going to wire up first? Are you going to do the trigger circuit, or are you going to do the load circuit first?
I'm going to do load.
Load.
Yeah.
Or trigger.
One.
That's trigger. Yeah.
Oh, trigger.
Okay. Does that go big enough? It does. Just. Okay. So where's that? Hang on. Talk us through it then. So where's that wire going to go? That's your trigger circuit, like we had earlier on. So where are you going to go onto the power supply?
I'm going to connect it to the blick.
To the blick, right? Okay. On there, fantastic.
And
Other side of your trigger circuit.
red crocodile goes into the.
Crocodile clip. Brilliant. Yeah, stick it
They
down.
look like angry crocodiles.
Yes, they do look angry, don't they? Because you can't see their eyes. They're like got a hoodie on. Yeah. Okay, so we're now going to do.
That one you can.
Hey. Oh, go on. Okay, so that's on. That's all right.
Yeah.
Right. So we've done the trigger circuit. We can test that.
Yep.
So we can hear the relay clicking. So that's great. That part of your circuit's correct. Good job.
Sweet.
Turn the power off. So now this is our feed. This is our load side. And that one is 30. It doesn't actually matter how you wire it up, but that one's 30. So you want to go from there. And we need another power feed, don't we?
Yeah.
Because we've got to power the lights. So where are we going to get our power feed from? Bearing in mind we've got no fuses in this circuit because we've been a bit slack. It's alright because there's an internal fuse in this. So we're getting our feed power here for the trigger circuit.
Okay.
So this is like our battery positive on the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we need power for the lights. So where are we going to get that from?
From here.
Can do. Yeah, I would do that for sure. And because this is the lights, if you're wiring it in a car, you'd use thicker wire because it's going to be running the bulbs, which use a lot more current. So you want to go onto there as well. So you've got to piggyback that crocodile somehow. Okay, if I open that one up, can you get him in there now?
Yep.
Oh, teamwork. Okay.
Perfect.
Right, so we've got power coming into the switch inside the relay, and then we're going to come out of the relay and go to your consumer, in this case the bulb.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to get a short. You can't do that. Look, it's going to touch. Do it like that. There.
Yeah.
Almost
That
like
looks
that.
better. That looks way better.
There. Okay. And then the viewers can see what's going on because I know they're not looking at the relay at all at the moment, but I'm trying to get them to focus on the relay. Okay. So we've now got you. This is the power coming from the relay, from the switch, and it needs to go to onto your bulb, doesn't it? So you've got two terminals on there. So just pop it onto one of the terminals. It's a bulb, it doesn't matter which. Oh, you're getting a hang of this.
Yep.
Good job. Okay, slip it under there, look. And then all we need now is, if it was on the car, it would go to a ground. It would have a wire that goes to maybe the inner wing or somewhere. But again, we don't have a ground. There's no chassis on this demonstration, so we need to go back. Where do you think we need to go back to?
Back to the battery thing.
Which one?
The black one.
Black one, yes, with his battery negative, don't we? So if I hold that up, and you can probably stick that in there.
Good.
Fantastic. Okay. So what we've got there now is a relay and a bulb. We haven't got any power yet because we've not turned it on. So if you want to flick that on switch, either we're going to see lots of sparks and fire, or the bulb's going to work.
It glows.
That's really cool. Good job. It's pretty warm, isn't it? It's a halogen bulb, so don't burn yourself. God, gosh.
Not my hands.
Yeah, excellent. And then we turn the power off again, and of course the relay clicks off and the bulb goes out.
Yeah.
And what I can do, just to demonstrate it even more, is this is the trigger circuit, so I can actually just leave the power going connected to the relay for the consumer circuit, the bulb, and I can just disconnect that, and that turns the relay off, but all the wires are still there for the bulb, aren't they?
Yeah. Switch.
Yeah, that's how all the police cars get the lights to flash, you see. Great stuff. Okay, and there is also a threshold on these, just while we're on, where I can turn the voltage down. If you put the bulb down there, sorry, it'll only catch fire after about 5 minutes. If you hold the relay, in fact the relay can even go down actually, so you can hold the bulb, yeah, hold the bulb, put the relay down, and if I just lift this up, we can reduce the voltage down, and you'll see that the relay will still keep energized to quite a low voltage.
It's starting to dim.
Yeah, well that's because we're changing the supply voltage to the bulb as well. But the relay's still actuated even at about 6 volts. Just under 6. It's not brilliantly accurate as this gauge anyway. 5 volts, the relay's still triggered. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Now 4 volts. 3 volts!
Oh, I can hear high pitched sound.
Jeez. Going down. Oh, there we are. Look, it's just dropped out. About 2.5 volts. So 2.5 volts was enough, I'll say 3 volts, was enough to keep that relay actually energized enough to keep those contacts together. Pretty cool. But to re-trigger it again, the voltage will need to be higher. So if I bring that back up slowly, you'll see the bulb. The bulb isn't going to light until the relay triggers, don't forget. So we're going to bring that up. 5 volts. 6. That's Marmite. She wants to come in. Yeah, look, about 6.5 volts. So go back down again. Coming up, there's 6. 6.5 volts. That's enough to trigger
You can
this.
hear it click.
Yeah, you can. That's right. And then obviously normal operating is about 12 to 14, depending on charging the battery up. Wonderful. Right, we'll turn that off so we don't get any more fire. Let the old bulb cool down because they get really hot, those halogen bulbs.
Yeah, I can feel it. Hello. Ooh.
Make you famous again, look. There, Marmite was scratching at the door, so I thought I'd bring her in. So,
Hello.
Marmite, say hello to the world. Hello, world. Oh, she's found a friend.
Hello.
She's spotted the puppies. Jeez, I'm terrible. So there you go, crew. That's basically how to identify the 4 pins on a 4-pin relay. Pretty. She does this a lot.
My turn.
Jeez, somebody's getting jealous. Fantastic. I'm going to put Marmite down. We'll do a proper sign-off. Yeah, Marmite, you go and find those mice. There you go. Don't go in the oil. Ooh, right. So yes, there you go. That's how you identify, using a multimeter, how to check the, or to identify those 4 pins on a 4-pin relay. 5-pin, a little bit more difficult because you're going to have continuity between 30 and 87A. If they're labelled up, they will be continuous or have continuity when the relay is not energized. So just bear that in mind. But there is a video on that, and I'll put you a link in the description on how to wire one of those up. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did. It was great.
I think, Jade, I think you did a really good job because you put that circuit together basically all by yourself, and it worked first time. So good job. Right, time to sign off, I think. Hey, I promised you some cider, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
1 minute. Right, you stand to my right. There we go, look. Now they are sort of semi-cold. There you go, that's yours. The guy always opens the bottle. Good job. Really impressed with the work that you've done today. And, well, yeah, sorry guys, it's cider Sunday and we have to have a drink. Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Thanks.
That's all right. If you enjoyed the video, why not click on the subscribe button? You'll see a little gear icon turn up. Click on the gear icon and then you can tick the box and turn on notifications. You'll also find me on
Facebook, Instagram, Google, and Twitter.
Yes, and there was no cheat card. I put it away, so good job. Well done. You remembered all of them. That's super.
Makes my memories better when I drink.
Keep drinking, girl. Okay. There's also a Patreon page. You can drop onto that. You'll find out how the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel came to be. It wasn't really planned. It was sort of by accident, really. I'm very pleased it did because I'm thoroughly enjoying doing the videos. Now, as regards, totally lost my train of thought again now because there's, yeah, you've seen it. Okay. Oh, you'll also find out information about future projects on the Patreon page, and if you fancy donating to, I don't know, paper cider or new motorcycles or larger shirts, whichever it is, a few dollars all helps. And don't worry, I'm going to keep making the videos. And of course, the Tool Girls will no doubt be here to give me a hand. I think you've done fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I do like that lipstick. Nice colour. Okay, crew. Jeez.
Need a new cheek now.
Again. Is it there? Is there a
No,
mark?
I think it's kind of faint.
It's got to be gone before Hannah gets back. Jeez. Okay. All right, crew. Until next time, we'll see you around. Over and out. Oh, but before I go, don't forget, you need to vote. And voting is by viewing. So to help to get to Tool Girl Jade back in the workshop, doing more videos, if you wouldn't mind, try and share the video on your social media stuff. Let's try and get Jade's views up. Ali is way ahead. Her video went live yesterday and she's well over 3,000 views now. We just saw that before we started filming. About 3,100 views it was, you know, in about 15 hours. So she is flying, is that girl. She's doing a great job. So you're going to have to help Tool Girl Jade out a little bit. We need to get her caught up and get her in the running for coming back into the workshop because I've really enjoyed this morning. Okay, crew, that's it. We're definitely going to go now. Cheers. Over and out.